Hey there, Susan. Sorry to bother you, but I was just curious if you knew where I put my pen case. I know that I had it on my desk when I left work yesterday, but I haven't seen it all day since arriving this morning.
Good morning, Pearl. I'm really sorry to say, but I have no idea where that could be.
I see. But the thing is that the pen case is just a really popular brand known for how cute and stylish it is. And you and I are the only women in our whole department, so I just really can't see why anyone but you would be interested in taking it. But if you think that you can treat me like that just because I'm new here, then you've got another thing coming. I know that you're just hiding it from me.
Wait a second, let's slow down for just a moment. You said that you remember it being on your desk when you went home yesterday evening, right?
That's right. I was using it pretty much until the end of the day, so I know that it had to be there when I left.
Okay, so you know it had to be on your desk at that time. The only thing is that I actually left for a business trip in the afternoon was probably up in the air, but the time you were leaving the office yesterday.
Oh, wait, you had to go on a business trip?
Yep, I had to fly all the way to New York, so it wasn't like I could pop back into the office anyways.
Oh, well, I had no idea that you were on a business trip.
Well, I take it that you're at the office right now, yes? So why don't you just ask others who are there if they've seen it, and not to worry about whether it was a guy or a girl who took it? I mean, we've all been there. When we need a pen and can't find one. I have a mug full of pens that are free for people to take just in case something like this happens.
Oh, right. Well, I guess I'll just use one of those for now.
That's no problem. Anyways, I'm about to start a meeting up here, so we'll talk later.
Susan, is it true that you're really going to be getting married?
Oh wow, I guess the office grapevine works quite quickly, doesn't it?
But I thought that you were already like 45 years or something like that, right? You mean to tell me that you've never been married before now? Is everything all right?
What do you mean is everything alright? I'm afraid I don't understand.
I mean, this guy isn't like some scammer or something like that, right?
Well, I certainly hope not. I would be in quite a bit of a trouble if he was.
But I heard about this on the news once. There are plenty of men out there who are looking to marry middle-aged women who make a lot of money just so that they can take all of it for themselves. Are you sure that you're not being targeted for something like that right now?
I really don't think that there is anything to be worried about in my marriage. Thank you for offering your concerns, though. I think things are going to be just fine, though. In fact, the man that I'm going to marry is someone that I've known since I was in my 20s, and is very close with my family. In fact, we've basically been dating for the past decade or so. But due to various circumstances, we were never able to actually get married until now.
Wow, I had no idea any of this was going on for you at all, Susan.
Well, I don't like to talk about my private life too much at work. I wasn't trying to hide anything from anyone, but no one ever asked about it, so I didn't see any reason to announce it either, although the bosses and management here knew about this for some time.
I see. Well, thank you so much for explaining all of that to me. I really appreciate it.
Sure thing, you seemed very worried for me, so I just wanted to lay those to rest. Hey Pearl, are you there? You do know that the workday has already started, right? Are you going to be late today as well?
Well. If it isn't Miss Susan. That's right, I'm going to be late, actually. But I'm working on a different project for my career right now.
A different project? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I mean that I found a way to climb the corporate ladder in this place. And so I've been given a very important role that I'm fulfilling.
I'm sorry, but I'm still not following at all. I don't remember hearing about anything like that. And I doubt that someone still going through their trial period at the company would be given any sort of extra important assignment.
Well, I suppose that just goes to show what you know, huh? Because of the fact of the matter is that I'm special and you're not.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Listen, Susan, I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the day off, and you can take over for my projects today.
I'm sorry, but you do realize that by acting this way, I'm going to have to make a comment that will be brought up at the end of this trial period, right? And I'm most certainly not going to be doing your work for you.
Sorry, don't have time to read all that. I'm going on a spa day with my boyfriend.
Pearl, you can't just ditch work like this. Honestly, you're acting completely irresponsible.
Oh, Susan, are you there?
Hello, Pearl. I really can't believe that you didn't show up at all for work today. Just what has gotten into you?
I knew you were going to bring that up, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to let you in on a little secret so that you'll finally know how to get off my back and do as I say.
Just what are you going on about now?
Well, the boyfriend I mentioned is actually none other than Brian Coalhouse.
Wait a second. Brian, as in the CEO's son, Brian?
That's right. The very one and the same. So when I say that I'm away on special duty or need some time off, I don't want to hear any gripes from you again.
Now hold on a second. I don't see how one thing relates to the other. I don't really care what you do in your private life, but you should keep that separate from your professional one.
You seriously make me so mad. Do you know that?
What do you mean? What is wrong about what I'm saying?
I mean that you're not getting the point that I'm trying to make, and it's pissing me off.
I'm sorry, but I think the one failing to see the important points here is you, Pearl.
Oh, and one more thing. I know all about your little secret.
My secret? Can you please just start making sense already?
I know that you stole some of the money that the company gave you for your business trip and pocketed it.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
You were so close to getting away with it too. It would have been the perfect crime.
And just who told you that I did something like that?
Brian did, of course. And there's no way that he would be wrong about something like this.
Well, he is, because that is just not true.
But who would ever want to marry an old woman who steals from her own company? That's why I knew I had to make Brian mine.
Again, no idea what you're talking about at all.
Well, not only is Brian young and rich and the heir to the company, but he also said that he would fire you when he's in charge.
Okay, Susan. I have just about had it all with all the crazy talk. I seriously have no idea where you or Brian are getting your information, but this is just becoming malicious.
Oops, I've got to go now. Brian is calling me. We booked a whole week in this amazing spa hotel in the mountains, so I won't be showing up to work until I get back.
Now wait just 1 second. You can't just say all of these things and run off.
Enjoy your lonely life, you old hag. I'm so sorry for stealing Brian from you.
I still have no idea what you're talking about, Susan. What is the matter with you?
I'm back from my vacation. Oh man, Brian and I were all over each other in the steamy hot baths. A week wasn't enough to spend with such an amazing future CEO. And to think that one day I'm going to be his wife.
Pearl, I just want you to know that after you send me those messages, HQ sent someone to investigate our branch for embezzlement.
Really? They actually showed up to our branch? Does that mean you're finally fired? Brian promised me it would happen when he was in charge, but he acted even faster just to make me happy. My heart is so full. And just know that you have no one else to blame but yourself for being caught in your crime.
Actually, someone was fired, and that person was Brian.
Wait, what do you mean?
You're in the office today, right? I think you should head to the meeting room right away.
I don't understand. What's going on? Hey, what the heck was all of that back there, huh? I don't understand what just happened. I walked into that room and had a job, and now I'm leaving and I'm fired? This isn't right! I was supposed to marry the next CEO of our company. How did this happen to me?
Pearl, allow me to correct one mistake that you still don't seem to be aware of making.
What do you mean? What mistake did I make?
Well, you seem to be under the impression that Brian and I were getting engaged to be married, is that right?
Wait a second. You mean that you weren't engaged to marry Brian? But I thought that everyone in the office told me that you were going to be marrying some future CEO or something like that.
And they were correct in telling you that. But the person that I'm going to marrying is the next CEO of one of our important business partners.
A business partner? Are you kidding me?
That's what I said, and it's one of the largest partners in fact.
You're kidding me! I had no idea about any of this!
And another thing that you got wrong, the next CEO of our company is not Brian.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean that I'm sure Brian bragged to you that he was the next in line to take over the company simply because he's the oldest son. But the fact is that the current CEO hasn't decided who is going to be taking over yet. But for now, the most likely candidate would be his niece, who is the regional director for one of our largest branches.
So then, in that case, what is Brian in all of this?
Well, he's being groomed for upper management, it's true. But for now, he hasn't graduated beyond being just another worker. And he's been in that same position for years now. So I don't know if he'll ever get a promotion.
He's been in the same position? For years?
And here's another thing that you got wrong. I wasn't the one embezzling. Brian was.
Please, there has to be some kind of mistake here.
No, I'm afraid it's very true. But if it's any consolation, the CEO did want to thank you for revealing exactly who it was doing all of that.
What is that supposed to mean? I didn't even say anything.
No, not directly. But when you said that you were spending a week on a spa vacation with Brian, it confirmed some suspicions that the CEO had about where certain company funds were going.
So then, he figured it all out from my messages?
Pretty much, although Brian was also worried that he was close to getting caught. And so before your trip, he had already begun to spread rumors that I was embezzling since I took the most business trips. Before anything too serious could happen to me, however, you revealed exactly where you were and what you were doing with Brian.
But I didn't know that I was going to get him in trouble.
But you did. You came to me trying to brag about stealing a man who was never mine, and you blew up your own good deal.
No, this can't be happening. I thought it was just a little spa vacation.
Well, going on that trip made you complicit in the illegitimate use of company's funds. Not to mention, it's doubled the amount of money spent if Brian has gone on his own.
But this is really bad for me, right? I could get in a lot of trouble for this.
Why do you think that you were fired in the first place? You and Brian both were.
But if Brian was fired, then he's never going to be the CEO.
I just told you that it was unlikely he was ever going to be more than he was right now. I warned you that you were still on your trial period with this company, but you thought you could go on doing whatever you wanted.
Please, I just need one more chance. I didn't realize what I was doing.
Oh, please. We both know that it's way too late for any of that.
But why?
Well, for one, even though I'm your boss, even I don't have that kind of power.
Wait, you're my boss?
You really aren't the brightest bulb of the bunch, are you? Anyways, I hope that I've cleared up any confusion for you.
Wait, no. Please, you have to help me.
Goodbye, Pearl. Following the audit from HQ, Brian was found to have embezzled upwards of $50,000. He was forced to repay the company from his own pocket and was saddled with a huge amount of debt before being fired.
It wasn't long afterwards that the present CEO stepped down and handed the reins of power to his niece. She's already begun to implement several reforms to how company money is spent, and the whole new system has taken some getting used to.
As for Pearl, she ended up canceling her engagement to Brian and split the cancellation fees for all the reservations they had made. After her firing, Pearl was forced to take on multiple part-time jobs to afford to live. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Jeff, are you there? If you are, pick up. Is it true that the company is sending you to Los Angeles?
Oh, hey Mandy, what's up? Why you know about that? I don't remember telling you about that yet.
I was just at the supermarket and I ran into Mrs. Johnson and she told me about it.
Oh yeah, really?
Really? Is that all you can say? How could you have kept such an important thing from me? You should have told me way in advance. I mean, it seems so sudden. I wasn't ready. Getting transferred into LA? Really?
Yeah, well, not really transferred in the literal sense. My 3-month training period has ended, so I was just assigned my position, that's all. I'm not being transferred, but assigned to my first position.
Oh, really? It's not a transfer then?
No, I only received my assignment this morning. I knew I was going to be assigned somewhere. I figured it might be local, but it just turned out there was a position open in LA. I just contacted my folks and informed them just 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Now I see the whole picture. No wonder I'm only just hearing about it. Sorry to get so panicky. So does that mean you'll be living right in the city or renting a place in the suburbs?
Neither. There's a company-owned apartment a little outside the city. Nice coastal area. I'll probably have to get a car and commute to work.
Huh? Not right in the city.
No, this will be the first time living near a big city. Figure I should gradually get used to it first.
Does that mean, company owned that there are certain restrictions?
Yeah, I'm sure there are some restrictions. Basically, it will be assigned to me and I can't have anybody else living there. Of course, I can have people over on occasion.
I see. But when you move there, please keep in contact with me, okay? Don't sort of just drift away.
No worries. I plan to visit during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Also, on occasion, business trips back to HQ here. Our folks live just a few blocks away, so we'll constantly be in touch, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Not sure how you feel, but you okay with it all?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Why wouldn't I be?
Alright then. Is that all you wanted to know? I gotta get going. I'm on my way to a meeting.
Yeah, no problem. See ya! Hey, Jeff, what's up? It's been a while. How you been?
Hey, Mandy. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's been a while, I guess. Yeah, but we did see each other, Christmas.
How long have you been gone? I can't believe it's been 3 long years since you got assigned to the LA office. You never contact me. I always line you first. What's up with that?
Yeah, but I always stop off and say hello when I'm back, right? Like last Christmas and Thanksgiving. Plus a few other times on those business trips.
Yeah, just a hello. Why can't we go have a few drinks or maybe go out for a bit to eat? At least we could do that.
A few drinks, huh? Yeah, right.
You don't want to go out for a few drinks with me? But forget that for now. I was contacting because I heard from your mom that you were coming back for a short visit to the main office.
Yeah, that's right. I'm scheduled to fly in this weekend. Got a few meetings to attend on Monday.
Just wondering, but what are your plans for the weekend or after work?
I can't really get into the details, but I have a meeting with a client Monday morning and then maybe business lunch afterwards. As for the weekend, my boss told me I could leave early on Friday so I could spend time with the family over the weekend.
Oh, yeah? So that means you're free Friday night, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So you arrive at the airport in the morning, right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, roger that.
You seem all set for something. What is it?
Come on, Jeff, you're so slow to catch on.
Slow to... I'm not sure what you mean.
Gotta go. Looking forward to seeing you on the weekend. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Hey, Mandy?
Guess where I am? I'm at the airport to pick you up.
Oh, yeah? Now, why would you pick me up? I never asked you to.
How about you, Jeff? Where you at?
I'm working.
Yeah, right. Of course you are. I suppose it's still a bit early. But we could have lunch, right? Flight's like 2 hours from LA, maybe less? We could head over to the new restaurant downtown. You'll love this place.
Hey, can I ask you why?
What do you mean? We haven't seen each other in a while. You don't come back that often, so I figured we should use this precious time wisely. That's all.
I'm sorry to have to break this to you, but I already made plans for lunch today.
Huh? What do you mean?
Actually, I already arrived earlier this morning on the red-eye flight. I'm about to meet up with a client for lunch, so I'm gonna have to cut this short.
Excuse me, I thought you were going to meet up with me. I came all the way to the airport to pick you up.
Please, I don't really have time for this. This is all part of work. I really have to get going.
I can't believe you. I left home early this morning. I even made reservations at the restaurant. Now I'm gonna have to cancel.
Really sorry. I really have to go. Talk to you again. Mandy, are you there? What the hell did you do?
Pardon me, are you serious? That new restaurant I was talking about? I was going to have lunch with you there. I was looking forward to it all week. And you had the gall to take another woman there. Are you out of your mind? How could you? You're despicable. I can't believe you took her there.
Excuse me? You're the one that's despicable. I never consented to go into the restaurant with you. I didn't even know it was that restaurant, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, sure. Anyway, who the hell is that woman you were with?
Pardon me?
I said, who the hell was the woman you were having lunch with? I can't believe you were having lunch with someone other than me. You're beyond contempt.
I really don't know what you're trying to say. What do you care who I have lunch with? It's none of your business. It's not if we're married. Just so you know, the woman I was with was a client. She's in charge of sales.
Excuse me? A client?
Her office is currently being renovated, and it was just more convenient to have the meeting somewhere else. We figured we would just make it a lunch business meeting. Her section manager is scheduled to arrive a little later.
Are you being straight with me? So does that mean that she's just a business acquaintance and not some girlfriend?
Of course not! Like I said, she's a sales rep for a local company. This was the first time meeting her.
Oh, now I see. I just thought, my bad. I guess I just made a hasty assessment of the situation. Okay then. I don't want to interrupt your business dealings, so I'll just wait while you take care of business.
Have you been drinking?
Drinking? No, of course not.
You've already disrupted my work. The store manager tried to stop you from entering, but you barged in anyway. You rushed to my client and started bad-mouthing her, hurling insults at her just for having lunch with me. What the hell is wrong with you? When I tried to intervene, you slapped me across the face and took off out of the restaurant. After you left, all hell broke loose. Complete pandemonium. We had no choice but to terminate the meeting.
Terminate? Really?
And what's more, when you knocked over the table, my client's laptop got totaled. If that wasn't enough, a pitcher of water got dumped on it after it fell and all the data was lost.
Huh, really? I didn't intend to.
You also stomped all over my briefcase and ruined the USB memory in there. Lost all the important data.
I was only trying to,
But lucky for you, we both had data backed up on our computers at the office, so we scheduled a new meeting for Monday afternoon. Don't think you're just gonna get away with what you did. There are consequences for what you did. No doubt you'll be paying me for a new laptop and a USB memory. I'll send you a bill, and I expect you to pay for it.
Are you serious? You make me out to be some kind of fiend. I'm not the only one at fault here, you know.
Excuse me?
You're supposed to be my boyfriend. I should be your priority.
Hold it right there. Your what? Boyfriend? I'm hearing you, right? Did you say I was your boyfriend?
Yeah, and another thing. You say I have to pay for damages. Well, as my boyfriend, I think you should pay that.
Why would I do that?
I was the one that was supposed to be at that restaurant today. It was our date. But no, you had to go and meet with that woman. You said it was all work, but the fact is you went to that restaurant with another woman. The facts don't lie, Jeff. You have this beautiful girlfriend, and you ignored that and went out with another woman. That's what you did. I was deprived of precious time with my boyfriend. The least you could do is pay for damages. Oh, yeah. And I bet you were going to pay the bill for that little lovey-dovey lunch date. Am I right?
Mandy, stop for a sec.
I heard you say I'll take care of the bill. I heard it with my own ears as I walked. The only person that has the right to get treated by you is me, and me alone. After all, I'm your girlfriend. You know what? This means you are cheating on me. How could you treat your girlfriend this way?
Yeah, you're kind of starting to scare me, Mandy.
Excuse me?
As for paying the bill, when we had our last meeting, they paid the bill so the company requested that I pay it this time. Of course, with my company credit card. My boss asked me to pay the bill. How can I refuse?
Huh. So it was all just business?
But more importantly, to be honest, I don't know where to begin.
What are you talking about?
Am I right in assuming that you wanted me to pay for what you did because you think I'm your boyfriend, right?
Yeah, that's right. Obvious, isn't it? That's what boyfriends do, right? Pay for his beautiful girlfriend's dinner or lunch or whatever. And that goes for paying for stuff like damaged laptops. A boyfriend always protects his woman. That's always been the way.
This is nuts, Mandy! You've got your wires all screwed up! Besides, you're definitely not my girlfriend.
Pardon me?
I said I'm not your boyfriend! When did we do this? I really can't recall.
Stop right here, Jeff. What the hell are you saying? Not my boyfriend? How could you say that?
I can say that because I know it. I never dated you. We never even talked about it. Where did you ever come up with this notion anyway? I know we grew up together since grade school and we spent a lot of time together, but when did you decide we were going steady? Thinking back on it, I don't remember making a pass at you or even talking about it.
But that time, at our high school graduation.
At our high school graduation? What are you talking about?
Don't you remember? That girl that had a crush on you since elementary school? Remember her? She kind of opened up about having a crush on you.
Huh? Yeah, I sort of remember something like that. What about it? I told her I was already dating someone else and turned her down, as I recall.
That person you said you were dating. You meant me, right?
Pardon me?
I was pretty taken aback when that girl opened up about her feelings toward you, but I was overjoyed that you turned her down and chose me. I can't believe that you would say it was not your girl. It was always a given.
Hold it 1 second. When did I ever say you were the girl I was dating at the time?
Huh? Well, I thought, you said it right in front of me, so I figured.
Yeah, you always seemed to be around back in those days, come to think of it. You always follow me around.
I wasn't following you around. We were just hanging out.
I was with all the guys celebrating our graduation. You just happened to be there. As a matter of fact, you were the only girl there. The other girls were celebrating their own little groups. To be honest, I was surprised to see you standing there after that girl approached me.
Huh? You're kidding, right?
Just so you know, there is a specific girl that I'm seeing now.
Excuse me? Say again.
That's right, and we just got engaged.
Engaged? Are you serious? You mean engaged?
I suppose you'll find out sooner or later, so I'll tell you. My fiancée is Sarah.
Huh? Sarah? Not that Sarah.
Yup, that's Sarah. You know her, of course, the very same Sarah. Our former high school classmate. We've been seeing each other since high school.
Since high school? Way back then?
And when I moved to LA, she moved in with me about a year later. I had to move out of the company dorm, of course, but we got a nice place near the beach.
You guys are living together?
That's another reason why we came back home a little early. So we could submit our marriage documents at the city hall.
You guys are getting married? What about me? What was I to you all these years? I always expected to marry you someday.
You were just an old friend from the neighborhood, that's all. That's it and nothing more.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm dead serious, Mandy. Maybe this incident was a blessing in disguise. We sure did clear the air, didn't we?
That's it? Just clear the air?
How about that damaged laptop? I'll send the bill to your folks' place and call them to explain the whole thing. Tell you what, just pay the damages for the laptop. Forget about the USB. I got plenty more of those. But you did make a mess of the restaurant. You'll probably see a bill from them too. And one last thing. If you see me around, don't approach or talk to me. You got that? I'm finished with you, so I'm gonna have to block you online. Okay, I gotta get going. Bye.
Wait, Jeff, please!
Mandy later got a bill for the damages. It turned out to be more than I expected. The cost of the damaged laptop, the restaurant damages included broken dishes, damaged tables, and when she left the place, she slammed the door and cracked on the door glass, which had to be replaced. On top of that, the place had to close for a few days to carry out repairs, so compensation for lost business. It seems a couple of customers also demanded compensation. Apparently for food spilled on their clothes when she knocked over the table. I heard the cost was well over $20,000. As for me and Sarah, we submitted our marriage certificate at City Hall, and even celebrated with an intimate dinner. No, not at that restaurant, fortunately. I was sort of expecting Mandy to barge at any moment to disrupt it all, but fortunately, nothing like that happened. I later heard that Mandy was living at home all this time, and according to her mom, she was just waiting to someday marry me. Can you believe it? Her parents were completely unaware of her intentions and was totally taken aback when they heard. They were now dead set on re-educating their daughter to get her to come to her senses. They apparently moved to a rural location to live a quiet life. Maybe it will do her some good. Her parents stopped by to congratulate us on our marriage, but although sincere, there was sadness in their eyes as they left.